So here in Australia, yesterday, it was Are You Okay Day, which is like this anti-suicide organization. It's all about, don't want to kill yourself, and bad to be depressed, you got to make yourself more mentally well, and all that kind of thing. It's like an Australian kind of thing, I believe. There's and on Are You Okay Day, supposed to just ask people like, are you okay? And that kind of thing. And then whatever they say, you just ignore it and go, oh, great, have a great day, bye. Just walk off. So yeah, I did this, though. I did that. I asked one of my mates if he was okay, I just simply typed out the message. All I said was, are you okay? And I sent the message to my mate, Charlie Kirk. And he still hasn't gotten back to me yet. Oh, I hope he's feeling all right. Oh boy, I did that joke the other night, and even though it was a terrible set, people like that joke. I went in hardest on that whole thing. I was like, all right, it's the Charlie Kirk Death Day and 9/11 and Are You Okay Day. Ooh, I've got so much material. Oh boy. Yeah. Anyway, still stank like a fucking rotting right-wing commentator. I don't know. Yeah, wild times. What? We're still looking at it's still on the hunt. It's still a manhunt going on out there. He's still out there. Wow, man. Just like Luigi Mangione, whoever this guy is, he must be avoiding all the McDonald's around the place. I'm not having some fucking underpaid staff worker who has a fucking conscience dobbing me in. That's bullshit, and you want to get your bloody $140,000 or whatever the prize is, prize. You want that money? Oh, you're not going to get it for 3 years, or not until the person's convicted, not until this guy gets caught and fries in a chair. Oh, you're not getting your money. Oh, and there's tax and there's all these fees and everything. Oh, you actually end up with $140. Oh, well done for dobbing in the healthcare CEO to kill her. So a lot of things still, yeah, it's exciting. A lot of things are kind of going on with this whole just trying to find the perp and everything. And it makes me sad that Charlie Kirk is missing out on all this excitement. If he was alive, but this happened, he would be doing these videos online where he's like, what happened today against me was an absolutely abhorrent thing. No one should be killed over what it is that they have to say. We may disagree on all sorts of important issues, but we need to realize that violence is not the answer. And that video would have gotten millions of views in one day. Poor guy, he's missing out on all of this. That's the thing that sucks about dying, is that you miss out on your after death, You don't get to go to your funeral, I just need to do the thing that Bender did where he has his own funeral and he's like, you're not crying enough. But what the little bits of what we've kind of that I found was I heard, I believe this must be right, because there were bullets found and they had engravings on them apparently of, was it anti-fascist ideology? Oh, okay. Well, very hypocritical. Oh, you're anti-fascist, you're shooting people. Whatever. And transgender ideology, pro-transgender. Wait, let me look this up quick because I shouldn't be fucking around. This is interesting. What do I even type in? Transgender Kirk bullets. What an interesting thing to be writing. Man, fuck the news, man. Fuck all these news sites where it's this big news story, and it's at the top of the page when you click on it, you're like, oh no, what are we finding out now? And it's hey, subscribe to get our blah blah blah. Come on, man. If it's pressing news this kind of thing, can't we just have it for free? Because I'm trying to find out exactly what it said, and all it says is they found ammunition engraved with expressions of transgender and anti-fascist ideology. Whatever. Anyway, we'll just go with this. That's interesting because that's actually fucking fascinating, because at the very time that he got popped, he was talking about transgender mass shootings, and then he got shot with this transgender bullet. Identifies as a slug, not a shell. Man, how much more American can you get? Very fascinating. I mean, I don't know if this is so much a coincidence. I think the guy who was the perp was aiming at him. Is just wait, gotta wait till he starts talking about transgender people. Oh, here we go. He didn't have to wait long. Yeah. Anyway, I know this is wrong to say. I mean, there's been a lot of wrong things to say around this whole situation. I know it's wrong to say, and I'll say the same thing about 9/11, but it's not a good thing what you did. But well done. As in, you nailed it, you know? You didn't fuck it up at all. I mean, 9/11, they did have a, United 93. I was like, oh, well, that was supposed to... But hey, we got 3 out of 4 targets, got 9 out of 11 targets. So, booyah. Both towers fell down and everything. So, yeah, there's been much said about this, and, it's... anything like this is going to be divisive, Even like just a dude dying, He was younger than me, which is a bit of a spin, He was just a kid. But yes, anyway, there's lots of people out there, praising the death and everything. Like that fella on MSNBC, and he was saying like, well, if you... This is kind of the sentiment that people are kind of bringing in. Like, if you're putting out hate speech, well, guess what's going to happen? You end up like, what is it? Hate speech turns into like hateful thing. And then hate comes back towards you in a violent form. And, well, this is what you get. Like, that's what he was kind of saying. He was also saying, like, that's like obviously a very evil thing to say. But he was also saying another really retarded thing just before, where he was like, well, we don't have much of the news yet of what's happened. And it's like, okay, yeah, that's right. Fair enough. But he was saying... Well, speculating, he's like, well, we don't know if this was like a right-wing person like just shooting off their gun in a celebration and they accidentally hit him. That is so fucking cartoonish. What the fuck? Like, yeah! Oh no. Whoops, sorry, Charlie. Like, just... Has that ever happened? I mean, I'm sure it has. I'm sure people have shot that gun out in celebration, but just in this particular context of like... an event like this of a whole bunch of people, and there's like a speaking person, a key speaker, and just all of a sudden, as they're talking about like mass shootings, you're just like, you're talking about guns, whoops. This whole thing, has that ever happened? Has that ever happened? Like, just, like, in, like people go, oh, America has so many guns, but like, even in that kind of context, like environment, still, like, I bet a lot of people there don't have a gun, or they do, but they're just like, oh, keep it away. It's a big thing to kind of take out your gun and shoot it off in America, because you do get investigated, and if it's if it's found that you did it like egregiously, like with no real reason, you do get in trouble. You will get in trouble unless you're a billionaire, I guess. I don't know, but but he was saying this. Like, oh, what a contrivance. But I guess what he was trying to do was just, just demonize right-wing people, whatever. But he just did it in just the most contrived way. It was just like, I don't know, maybe he's just thinking like, oh, this must be a left-wing person. Well, let's try to make it seem like it wasn't. And let's just say, oh, maybe it was a right-wing person and they did it by accident. Oh my God, man, what a fucking coconut. And look at the guy, man. Look at his fucking face. Look at his fucking head. What a fucking tool, Anyway, MSNBC certainly did the right thing by firing his ass and kicking him to a curb, not giving him any of his pension. I don't know what they did. But yeah, they fired him. That's pretty ridiculous. Yeah, so there's been a lot of that kind of sediment about like, if you're putting it out there, hating to the world, and it's going to come back and... 100-fold, you're just saying, oh, I don't like these people or whatever, and you get shot. You get shot for it, he's not like Charlie Kirk was not Gaddafi. He wasn't just like actually enacting assassinations himself and killings and genocides and all this kind of thing, and like, and he certainly wasn't like, boning strippers and like coming over to America, Didn't Gaddafi go to like Studio 54 for Osama bin Laden party? Oh, it's the 80s. Anyway. But anyway, just a quick thing. Like, yeah, that's... So, some people are saying this, It just strike me as circular logic because, not my opinion, but like if like that MSNBC cunt is like saying this kind of stuff and they're saying, well, hate begets hate and this is what happens and you get popped. Right, so you're saying hatred ends up, getting you... getting violent repercussions towards you if you're putting out hate, but you're putting out hate by saying this kind of thing. Like, you're glad that like this young dude died, okay. All right, well, don't worry, it won't happen to you. You're not gonna get popped. All the hate that you're putting out, it definitely feels very, very circular, very, very obviously. And look, I might be kind of wrong about the next two things I'm gonna say. I'll say them anyway, but there might be more nuance to them. But who cares? It's the internet. There's no nuance anymore. But and then got other people saying like, oh well, fuck him because he died by a gunshot and he was pro-gun, so pretty embarrassing, eh? He deserves it, huh? But that you could say the same thing about Malcolm X, and to a degree, certain other Martin Luther King's somewhat, Tupac, but like sticking with Malcolm X, he was very like an ardent supporter of the Second Amendment and right to bear arms, and he viewed them as like Kirk does, like as just protection or as protection, and also because they make you feel fucking cool, just even carrying one around. And he got popped too. He got popped, was it 60 years ago now? 60 years ago, so... Ooh, you're gonna say the same thing about Malcolm X? I don't think so, because these people are just like, I don't like my right-wing kind of people. Fuck them. They can fucking die. They can all get into a bloody Dachau and all be murdered. But they wouldn't say this about Malcolm X, like, oh no, but it's different with him because his black community needs to be defended. It's different now all of a sudden. I don't know. And even if you kind of take it through like a perspective of like, well, black people should like arm themselves, particularly in like lower class black communities, because just to protect themselves from what kind of dangers there are in those environments. And it's like yeah, you do see a lot of that, but there's not a lot of self-defense. It's just, self-offense. I mean, not suicide, but like, yeah, it's very offensive. I'm very offended by all the gang warfare going on in impoverished communities and so on. But yeah, they're certainly not going to say that about Malcolm X, because they just got the, if you're a left winger, you can't really shit on black people, especially Malcolm X, everything he did, I mean, obviously he'll shit on Kanye and everything. You'll be like, oh, I hope he gets popped next. God damn it, fucking anti-Semite. And I heard he hates Australia too. It's true. Anyway, and another dumb thing that I might be saying, but like, but it's also like, if you're like pro-car, you're pro-cars, and you get hit by a car and killed, people are like, hey, you get what you deserve. Isn't that ironic? All these people like making fun of them are just Australian, I guess. Like, is that wrong? Is that wrong? I mean, it's how am I trying to like word this analogy? I mean, obviously, like Kirk was talking about, you need self-defense and blah blah blah. He wasn't like saying gun rights are good to have because you could kill people. I mean, obviously, everyone must get this. And then with a car, like if you're pro-car but you don't speed, you're like, oh no, speeding is bad. But you still get hit by a speeding car or a drink driver, even though you were against drink driving. Yeah, isn't that kind of sort of similar, This kind of reminds me of like Sam Kinison, where he would have his whole joke about like drink driving. He's like, we do it every fucking night, and we survive. Then he gets hit by a car, a drunk driver, and whoops! Oh, ironic deaths. Anyway, rest in power. Rest in power, my man. God. Oh, jeez. Okay, let's lighten up the mood and start talking about 9/11 then, shall we? Oh, good old annual 9/11. Happy 9/11 day. It was yesterday now, really. So I don't have much to say. I haven't, because my 9/11 was ruined because I spent the whole day writing Charlie Kirk jokes. And listening to Protect Your Neck by Wu-Tang Clan. The only thing I have to say about 9/11 very quickly is that I watched a video online. This sounds bad, but it was interesting. Someone did an AI video of 9/11 showing the first plane, Airline 11, showing like more footage of it, kind of flying over New York, and looked very realistic looking video. Like someone actually shot it with a modern day iPhone. And then just before it hits the tower, they actually switched to the real footage, the Nordet brothers footage. So that happened. And I hate YouTube comments and everything, and I have problems with YouTube comments, but like the first one said, And it had a bunch, it's the top comment. Like, it said something along the lines of, oh, it's so sad that the people in those planes, like, knew what was going to happen. Or, like, knew they were going to die soon or something like that. That's not necessarily true. You don't fucking know, like, you haven't even researched this, like, to know that it might not be true. I mean, obviously you can't really know, obviously. I don't think there was any phone calls made through, like, a cell phone on the first plane. I think it all happened too quickly, and it being the first plane, like, there was no kind of awareness, like, I think, like, United 93, I believe, that when they were on the phone, they were saying, like, oh, fuck, been a bunch of planes hit the Twin Towers, and, oh, the plane you're on's been hijacked. Uh-oh. You guys are in trouble. Click. Anyway, so, yeah, I don't know. But there was... what do you call it? Black box kind of recordings, like, of these douchebags in the cockpit. Was it an intercom message on the plane saying along the lines of, everyone just fucking relax, don't move. We're taking this plane to the nearest airport. We're taking it back to the airport. That's what they said. That's what they kept maintaining. And I don't know, like, I just think. I don't know if the people were really on the plane. I think they all kind of like huddled towards the back and they were like, and then they weren't looking out the window and being like, oh, fuck, man, we're flying right through the Twin Towers. Oh, wait, no, we're not going through it. Fuck. We're going through one of them. Oh. That's like, that's the knowledge that we have. And it's like, you don't, at least, in terms of that intercom message. So, I mean, maybe some of those people were just like, they'll just think to themselves, we gonna be okay. We gonna be okay. We gonna be... They're singing Kanye West before he was even famous. So, yeah, kind of just a dumb fucking comment, hey? Just as very, like, obviously in good intentions, like, just describing, like, this kind of horror behind the what the people went through on the plane. But then again, it's speculative to the point of, like, demonstrating that you don't have, like, knowledge of even what all these, like, all these details about what these people might have thought. You just don't know. You just don't know what they thought. They weren't, like, on the plane and everything and going like, oh no, this is going to be a 9/11. Like, this whole idea of hijacking a plane and flying it into just really anywhere that makes it explode. Like, I believe, I'm trying to think if there was, I mean, there's been a few hijackings before, obviously, with planes. Yeah, I can't think of any, like, specifically, but I'm trying to think if there were any, particularly, like, in America that had the people, like, they eventually landed the plane and got arrested, or did they just fly it into the ground? I don't know. I'm not sure if there was really much knowledge of that as well. Like, I think, yeah, I don't know. But then again, I'm being speculative, but I am saying that I'm speculative, and I'm not saying anything dumb like, oh, well, we don't know much about these planes that hit the towers, but it was probably right-wingers who, were flying the plane and they got woozy and they just flew it in. Well, we just don't know, Oh, these right-wingers always flying their planes at the towers. Oh, fuck that cunt, they got fired. Anyway, that's all I have to say about 9/11. Again, with being a broken record about YouTube, it's so constant now, There's so much constant, like, just shittery in my life, Just things like, driving and everything, and shitty drivers. I'll talk about them in a second. But with YouTube, just to quickly say the problem I've been having, I've noticed that, like, if I leave a comment, like, on just my main channel, not this channel, like, this other channel I have, which is the one I use mostly for just, like, my subscriptions and commenting, and I've had it for ages, for, like, nearly 20 cock-sucking years. Anyway, so it's been around that long, and obviously there's been all this talk about YouTube being really crap nowadays, and just, like, not just the past few years, it's like, but, like, just a few months, it's, like, really getting there. I've seen a lot of people bitch and moan about it on YouTube. But the problem, I'll get into that, but the problem I've been having personally is that I can leave a comment, that seems to work, but if I comment on someone else's comment, it's just not there. I think it's hidden, because, so I still get notifications. I'll still get notifications saying, like, oh, other people have replied, and I click on it, but I'm like, oh, where's my comment? This is bullshit. It's not there. And I kept like posting the comment, and it would disappear, but it still counted as the number of comments or whatever. So I'm like, fuck, why is this happening? God damn it. I really don't know why. I don't know if it's some sort of restriction to do with, I believe that channel, just like this channel, has a warning, that I talked about where I had to do that re-education course at Dachau in YouTube headquarters. I don't know if it's because of that reason. I don't know if it's that, or it's just a glitch, or because I don't believe I was told this. Like, well, since you're on this like kind of probation until I think it's November, you it didn't say like, oh, you can still comment, but you can't comment on a comment. And yeah, I didn't see that kind of message, And it would be strange. Like, I would understand if I couldn't comment at all. That'd be pretty shitty. But I just I just can't seem to do it. I don't know. Maybe it is a glitch. I think I looked this up on. Like anytime I do this kind of thing, I have an issue with YouTube or anything. Maybe not absolutely anything, but like with YouTube and quite a lot of things, it's like I type in like the specific problem I'm having into Google. It's usually like a Reddit post that's at the top. I click on it. Someone's like, I'm having this problem. And all the comments are just people saying, I'm having the same problem too. Fucking YouTube. What a pile of shit. I don't know what to do. You can't do anything about it. Really, you can't. The only thing you really can do about like this specific problem, which I've kind of done, is I kind of made a new YouTube channel, another one. And if I switched accounts, that works. Okay, so that account works. It's not like a web browser issue or, I believe, or, yeah, because it seems to be the account. Because the other account, I typed in the comment, on a comment, perfectly fine. Like, it still works. So that was okay. I'm sure it works. Oh, actually, I should try it on this channel because this channel as well has that same probation. So, yeah, let me see if I can comment and comment on comments. Yeah, anyway, it's very important because YouTube is the only way that I even socialize. I don't even go outside anymore. So, this is all very important to me, damn it. It is a bummer because, just to make good old Charlie Kirk proud, he's looking up from down there in Republican heaven. Yeah, just like a quick comment on free speech. I think free speech is honestly more allowable on the internet than in real life because, well, first of all, like, everyone's just being like incredibly horrible to each other online anyway, so whatever. But like, you don't get as much of that in real life because in real life things are a little more testy with like free speech because like just certain things like just yelling out in general, it's disturbing the peace, I suppose. And if you say like, fire in a crowded room and everything, blah, 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 there's all sorts of things there. And you are going to get in trouble, if you say the N-word at a Kendrick Lamar concert on the stage when it's part of the fucking lyrics. Anyway, but I think, online, like, it's just, it just feels like it's just words, just words on screen. So what does it matter? Like, it's not actually, there just seems to be less, like, actual, like, consequences. Like, if I say fire in a crowded chat room, like, what does it matter? Like, it's just dumb, I know that's like a dumb example, but it is an example, and there's a lot like others like that where I just think, it should be more allowable online, and it's actually less allowable, and it's also important because it's just it sucks to say, but like people like myself, not even just young like myself, like Gen Xers really and baby boomers, like can be a little terminally online or just online in general, and spending a lot of time online and having all these sort of just like commenting and parasocial relationships and that kind of thing like online. So it is like a way that we like, it is important, like a lot of the discourse that we have nowadays as people is happening online. We are able to do it, and it's all very globalized, and it makes us all very racist and hateful to, even if you're not racist, even like, oh, I hate bigots, but you're still bigoted towards whatever other kind of people based on political affiliation or religion, or if they're a furry, whatever. But still, it doesn't seem as bad as like in real life, because it's like, what Tyler, the Creator, says about, cyberbullying. It's like bullying in real life, very terrible. But cyberbullying, What does it matter, man? Just close your eyes and walk away. You don't have to look at the screen, which I somewhat agree with, yeah. But yeah, do you think it's important that we don't have these like stifling of free speech online, because it is like this? It's more of the way that we're... fuck, hang on. Let me just restart this. Let me fucking do a factory reset. I'm going to click it on the back of my head. So what I was saying, it seems like people are having more of the discourse and conversations and whatever online, on these social media websites, by the way, mostly just on them. And there is more censorship on this in this way rather than in real life, even though there should be less. And you could say the whole thing about, it's private corporations and blah, blah, blah. But, shut the fuck up. That's not cool to say. Fuck you. What, fucking bootlegger, billionaire bootlegger, yeah, fuck. But the fact that these websites like, TikTok or YouTube or Facebook or Twitter or YouPorn or whatever, like have this like monopolization on the way we have discourse, like just in the world, not even just online, like in the world in general. So it really bums me out, the whole this whole thing, And I mean, a lot of it is very self-censorship, although it's kind of forced self-censorship, because it's like, you can make a video where you're just saying all these like, rude words and bannable words and all that kind of thing. And your video could get taken down. It really can get taken down. I mean, that's going to be censorship in a sense. Or it just might, not get taken down, not get banned, but shadow banned, and kind of like, because of the kind of the just words, particular words, and there's all sorts of words now that are triggering that the AI is going to like detect and go and like, fuck your video off into oblivion, and you're going to have like less views. Like lots of big YouTubers have been talking about this and being like, this is pretty shit, And I mean, these guys are making money off YouTube, but they're also working for YouTube and making money for YouTube. It was just kind of a shitty way to get like, treated by your own, both their customers and really employees. Oh man, so again, like just bitching and moaning, I don't feel like this has been a crash out. I think I've already just gone over it, just off the pod. I was thinking, let me just contrive out a gratitude list for YouTube. Let me do that just to fucking stem the tide of all this shit talking that I have been 100% rightfully doing about YouTube for the past fucking 5 years of doing this podcast. Woo, it's getting better, isn't it? Everything in my life is just getting worse. Like the more effort I put into it, I just rebound off when I put in effort. But anyway, enough about my woes. All right, so here's the list. Like, first of all, as I said before, like I created a new channel, and I'm of the belief, I may be wrong, but I'm of the belief because I kind of went through this. Like YouTube used to be able to they made it so that you could make a channel, like multiple channels within one Google account, like Gmail account, whatever. So that's what I was doing. And then they were like, nah. Like they stopped doing that. So this is why, I had to make like a new Gmail account for like this channel in particular. And I think for like some others, I've made a few YouTube channels, I guess. And I always had to make like a new Google account. And it's like, that's kind of a pain in the ass. I don't really like this. It's kind of annoying. And then you have to kind of like sign out and sign in if you're like a new account. And, that can be a hassle with Google, because I understand because of all the hacking going on, and we're all getting fucking ass raped with, hacking and leaked data and all that kind of thing. Like, it's honestly scary, but whatever. With AI technology aiding it now. But yeah, it is a hassle. But it seems as if, I believe, well, I'm doing it now, that YouTube has brought that feature back. Now you don't have to make a new account. You can have multiple. I don't know how many, but I have one other one now on my, and so it's easy. You literally click switch account, and then click on the account, bada bing, bada boom, and you're still on the same YouTube page that you were. So if I want to make a comment, and I fucking can't because YouTube is a cunt, I just simply change. I'm not always going to be bothered doing it, but I will change. I can change the account, and then I'm able to make the comment. Oh, it's nice. Oh, it's nice. And I'm able to like circumnavigate the shittiness of YouTube with a feature that they brought back now, that they used to have, and they got rid of and brought it back. I don't like if that's what you do, like you offer something, oh great, and then you take it away, and it's like, oh, I'm bummed out, and then you bring it back. I'm not like, oh wow, this is an improvement. No, you're just going back to what you were before. So, but it's still nice, still very good. I wish I could try to put this channel underneath my main channel, whatever. What else has YouTube done that's so great, huh? YouTube has this, their search feature really sucks, but no, going back to being positive, but I did notice that when I would go to bed, just in the past month and a few months, it would, I would go on my phone while in bed, because I would look for a rain video. I just want like rain sounds, and like YouTube would give me tons of recommendations, and they knew like it was that time. They knew my bedtime. And they're like, David, it's time to sleep. It's 4 a.m. Here are rain videos to help you sleep and relax you. Oh, thank you, YouTube. Well, now is the time to look at them. You don't give me too many recommendations like this throughout my day, but at nighttime you do. Oh, it's very nice of you. You know when I'm going to bed. Yeah, that's all I got right now. Oh, another thing is that it's a free service, and I mean I have ad blocks, so it is very genuinely free. So that's cool as well. I also like that you can download keep YouTube dislike, and you can still see likes and dislikes. Oh, isn't that very nice? Oh wow, it's just like how YouTube was before. I keep forgetting that YouTube doesn't have a dislike. I don't know. I'd like to imagine that a lot of people that use YouTube, I mean, this might not be correct, but it might still be a substantial amount of people have that web browser extension, and maybe they've forgotten as well. And if they hit dislike, like, or whatever, I do that kind of thing, and I don't even, think about the whole retarded fact that YouTube got rid of the dislike function, which is just a powerful, just stupid idea, man. Like, bravo, man. Fucking bravo. I mean, obviously, there was, like, just some sort of very nefarious reasoning for this enshittification that has nothing to do with... It seems both their content creators and their advertisers, I'm sure. It's just all... Yeah, it's a real shame that it's just getting that bad, It just makes me want to really not use YouTube as much. It's pushing me away, Although it's not actually, because I'm still using it. Because another positive thing I can say about YouTube is that I like the content on there. I like the things that people post on there. It's very cool. I get to see, I get to have parasocial relationships with femcells on YouTube. Be like, oh, she'd go out with me. No, she wouldn't. So it's not really a femcell, a fucking fake cell. And another good thing about YouTube is that I do like the fact that it is cool, and I guess some people complained about this. I've seen the videos, and I like it, but I can understand from like a algorithmic perspective, maybe. But there's a lot of channels that I watch and I really enjoy, and they have like 20,000 subscribers or less. Could be 5,000. It's like fuck all, and I look at their videos, and I'm just amazed that they're great. It's not like he's like juggling chainsaws that are on fire. I mean, they're just like cool little videos about whatever thing like. It could just be a podcast or whatever, but I do really like them. And it is cool to see getting recommended videos of like very low count videos, And if I watch like a certain kind of video and I start getting these low count video recommendations, I'm like, cool, yes, that's good. This is this is just how it should be. Like if I'm clicking on all sorts of like these kinds of videos, or I'm clicking on a video from like the same channel and I start getting like recommended more of his channel or like similar channels, then that is good. That's the reason why I have so many recommendations for like, autistic people online who are just like, showing off their VHS collection. Like, hey, look at all these like Disney movies I used to watch as a kid. I still have the VHS and all this kind of thing. And just like, just the thousands and thousands of videos that those guys post, like they're getting to a point now where that, like you can have a video where it's like A Bug's Life VHS, the opening, with like the warning and the ads that show at the start, and like just as it goes into the movie, obviously they don't want a copyright strike, so they just show the opening, like that kind of thing. Yeah, that's a it's a nostalgic thing. I haven't got anything against it, whatever, I used to watch a number of videos like that when I'm stoned, like about to go to bed, because it was just like nostalgia is I'm suspicious and hesitant about being nostalgic in that kind of way, but like when you're stoned, I get particularly nostalgic. I get like, ooh, I get into it, but whatever. I have my time. I've actually quit weed, by the way. Anyway, So people could post a video like that, and they've taken it like a direct rip, from the VHS right into the computer. It's just a full-on digital rip of the VHS, right? And it's in the correct aspect ratio, hooray! And all that kind of thing. But now I'm seeing people take a video of someone else's YouTube video of like a Bug's Life VHS opening. They're just shooting their phone, their cracked phone, with their reflection in it, and like a light, like, the bedroom light reflected in it as well. Like, they're redoing the video, they're just shooting it in that way. I'm fascinated by it. I'm just fascinated by, I don't know, I guess, like, people, and I'm not saying just autistic people, but some people treat YouTube like, they're not putting a video out there because, like, oh, this is really cool. They're just like, this is my channel, and whatever kind of video I happen to create, I could just put it on here, and there's a niche, a very, very, very niche audience for it who want to watch that video, but now recorded not on a phone. Like, you're recording the footage of the phone, and you could even see the person's, like, foot in the video, like, they're just sitting on their bed, like recording it. I know it's just weird, and I don't even know how I feel about it. I'm fascinated, but I just don't know how I feel. I just feel a lot of feelings. I have more feelings about this than the assassination. Yeah, that's all I got to say about how great YouTube is. But, like, once I'm finished with this podcast, I'm probably going to go on YouTube for another 4 hours, even though I'm really tired. Go to bed. All right, before I leave, I just want to say something really quick. So, like, I got a call from the police. Oh, Struve. Oh, no. They must have, got tipped off about, me, like, leaving Utah and taking a private jet to Western Australia. And, oh, no, fuck, it's over for me. They found me. Bloody hell. So I got a call. It happened yesterday night, and it was like a private number. And I'm like, oh, good. It's probably just, Commonwealth Bank. No, so I went into my voicemail, really expecting it to be that. I completely expected it. Instead, I got an Australian guy saying he's from the police. And I was like, oh, fuck. What have I done? Oh, no. And he said, like, we're just currently looking into an investigation. I'm like, oh, no. I was thinking, like, what could it have been? And I was like, well, so yesterday I did have this shitty thing where, like, someone was driving unbelievably slow. Just selfish. They're just selfish. They're just, I don't know where I'm going. It doesn't matter that there's someone behind me. It just does not matter. If you're driving around, like, slow and there's no one behind you, all right, whatever. Like, it's not affecting anyone. Okay, fine. I'll do that. But if there is someone, fucking make a move. Don't be selfish. Don't be selfish, why you just, whatever, speed limit's just a recommendation. So where I was, I think it was like 60 or 50, and they were just doing like 30, and then it got to about 40, then they started doing like 20, just so slow, and then they were like just inching their way towards the green light. I'm like, oh, dude, just go through, I'm trying to get through, for fuck's sakes. And the green light went orange right just before they were going to, go for the light, and they hit the brake. And I was tailgating them because that's what I do to slow cunts. And I hit the brake as well, and I just banged my fucking hand on the horn. I'm just like, you cocksucker! You fucking cunt! I was just thinking, you go through, and I'll go through. That means we both go through on an orange light. If there was a cop car behind me, they wouldn't give a shit. They'd probably go through too. There'd be enough time. This cunt just looks at an orange light, just, no, you must stop. It was... I know I was tailgating him, all right? Oh, that was the wrong thing, and that's why I thought the cops were like, oh, you going to jail for 47 years now for that, mate. I thought it was... But I just don't see that kind of thing happen, like, so much, like, at least very rarely. I haven't had, like, that... I'm sure it does happen a whole lot. It's bloody here in Perth, especially in Australia. In the world, like, just someone who's just, like, slams on the brake at that kind of light, It's just nuts, And then later on, like... So I park my car and I'm walking to the comedy club, and I see like what may even be the same car. It might have been the same fucking car. It looked pretty similar, but anyway, they were like, I don't know, they were basically just trying to reverse onto like, basically not a main road, but like a main strip of the Perth road. So I think it's like a 40 or 50 zone. But still, they were like reversing out, and I'm looking, and there's a car coming the other way, and I'm like, should I say something? Do I yell out like, oh, look out? I think I kind of put my hand out and just went, dude, stop. Fucking stop. Dude, do a fucking Yui. Just turn, do a little 3-point turn. You'll be able to see if there's cars coming your way or not. Do that and you can safely go out rather than reversing out onto this road. You're reversing out on on a T-junction, He's doing that. Oh, fuck. Every single time I go out. Anyway, so later on, I mean, this call that I got, it was about it was telling me someone was fucking with my mirror on my car. And I was like, oh yeah, I did notice my mirror looked a bit fucked up. And it actually looks worse than I thought. And apparently these police guys, they put it back together, I guess. But it looked a little munted. And he was also like, by the way, you've also got your interior car light on. I'm like, oh, whoops. So this is what he's telling me in the voicemail. And I'm like, oh, okay. And he's saying, well, look, if you want to, if you happen to want to press charges or get to, more of the bottom of this or anything, you can give me a call back. My number is 04. Okay, see you later, bye. I'm like, oh, fuck, seriously? I listened to, and this was a long voicemail, because he's kind of explaining this whole situation even longer than I am. And he's, the way he just said his phone number was just so fucking quick, and just once, that is such a fucking pet peeve of mine. I guess it doesn't happen a lot, but sometimes I get a call like that. I mean, look, this is a private number. I can't call it back. And he's giving me a phone number. He's only said it once and very quickly. I listened to the voicemail, the very long voicemail, twice, and I still couldn't pick up the number. I'm just like, oh fuck. I literally tried to write it down, and he's literally just saying it too quickly. I guess I'm retarded, but it really was just quicker than anything else he even said in the fucking voicemail. Everything else he said was I could understand every single fucking word, and I could memorize it. And when it came to his number, it's just this has happened before, bro. This has happened. It's fucking a bit slower, and just do it twice. Say it twice. It might be a good idea, That's fucking crap, And then I tried to this is my fucking life. I tried to download I was like, how the fuck do I scrub through a voicemail? Because if I could just do that, I just want to go straight to the end of the message and just keep listening over and over to that one part rather than the whole thing. I'm like, how is it 2025 and we can't even do this kind of thing? Well, I guess we can. Let me download an app. So I tried, and I think I have an app now, but it's too late. The voicemail's already kind of gone through, I don't know. It needs to be better. The first app I downloaded, like voicemail saver or whatever, I download it, open it up, and all I got was an image of this DEI black chick, on her phone smiling, and I'm like, okay, where's the app? Where's the that's all it was. It was just that image. I'm like, fuck off. I'm not smiling. I'm not a DEI person. I'm fucking angry now, goddammit. You're just showing me this crap and what is the app? It won't do anything. I'm like, all right, well, fuck off then. So I just deleted it, and I don't know. Maybe it's because it's an American only one, but this is the fucking thing. If something is wrong, tell me what it is, you fucking... How could AI not tell you, what the issue is? It's with the YouTube, the comment... I guess that was a glitch. I guess it's a glitch. I guess they would have told me. I suppose they wouldn't, I guess they wouldn't. It's when people complain about YouTube about certain content on it, gets flagged. Even if you do a manual review, it's a 2-hour video, and then you get the manual review back in 2 minutes, and it's nope, you're still done. But they're like, well, what was it exactly? They just said it's hate speech, or it's offensive material, it's too gory or whatever, too much swearing or too much sexual content, talking. But they don't specify what exactly it is. They don't even give you the timestamp of when it was that you said that shit. You think AI could easily do that? It's not even a fucking person doing it. Just add to the code. Get AI to write the code to be able to do that, you fucking morons. Oh, God, I hate life. Well, to cheer myself up, I can't believe I did this. I was at Woolworths today, and they have have you guys seen the Woolworths truck, toy truck they have there for $25? I looked at it, and I'm like, oh, it's got the, it's to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Woolies. And I looked at it, and I was struck by it because it's not the bullshit new Woolies logo and everything. Otherwise, I wouldn't care. I wouldn't give a shit. No, it's the old one. It's the OG one that I grew up with. And there's something about it, like looking at it, that just kind of hits me in that nostalgic part. And I wasn't even stoned when I was at Woolies, and I still went, I need to buy it. And I fucking bought it. I bought a toy. I'm always bitching and moaning about people spending too much money on toys and Lego and all that kind of crap on this pod. And now look what I've done. So stupid. I'm happy I got it, I guess. I'm happy. It's like, this is so horrible. It's like, just getting angry at YouTube and like assassinations and all this. And like, I bought a toy truck. I feel better now. Oh boy. And then later on, I'm going to like record the Stuart Little opening to the VHS and upload it on my YouTube channel. It has 700 subscribers and over 70,000 videos. And I've only had it for 5 years. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I think there's just something about like when I was a kid, I remember having, I think it was like an Oz Post, the red truck. I had that as a kid, and there was something about having a toy car that had like corporate logo on it, and like the fact that I could see it in real life as well. And now it's like there's like a toy version. There was something about it that just seemed cool. I was like, oh yeah, it's very realist. It's neo-realist with with my toy cars and everything. It's very cool. So yeah, that's kind of whatever, how I felt about that. So anyway, I guess I'll take a photo of this and like, yeah, I kind of noticed like on each side there's like these green, what looks like quotation marks, like, well, not quotation, like when they have the one, they look like boomerangs. Oh, back in the days of like, really clever kind of fucking graphic design. Oh, nowadays it's bloody, I was going to say woke. It's AI. Just, oh God, my mind. Ever since I stopped smoking weed, I've become so retarded. When I was smoking weed, I'm like, oh, this is a very intellectual conversation. And now I'm just like, I might as well read what it says on the back. The Woolworths at 1980 to 1990, as in this logo. Woolworths has been proud to serve Australian communities for more than 100 years, providing quality products and services. To acknowledge this milestone, a set of special commemorative trucks have been designed to mark Woolworths' centenary. Oh my God, it actually says that. Did you know that 1987, Woolworths became the fresh food people, leading the way in fresh food retailing with improved quality, range, and team expertise. Oh yeah, and all the millions of dollars that you didn't pay your workers, and all that millions of dollars that just went that just went into the ether. Oh, fucking awesome! All these people that are like just to work in the shittiest jobs with the shittiest pay, and they still get underpaid. Oh, awesome! And then in 1992, Woolworths launched its first online shopping service in Sydney. That's amazing. All the way back in 92, their first online store. And then in 97, the first Woolworths Metro store. What's this? Offering a convenient shopping experience with tailored range for city and suburban communities. Okay, cool. Oh, whatever that's all about. Well, there you go. Man, I regret buying this bullshit thing. Now that I mentioned that whole thing about the Woolworths fucking over their customers. God damn it, man. Ah, the fresh food people. As in the fresh food people. As in the people are made of food. And they're also fresh. Anyway, I'm going to go Charlie Kirk myself now. I hate life.